Hey, Sully's here. Sully, I think Sully beat all the rest of you guys here. What's going on? A little bit tired. Just gonna hang out, have a chill time. Get some music going. That'll help too. There we go. Yep, first. That's you. Use the first. Okie dokie. Let's work out some burbs. Oh, let's see, what page should we work on? Let's work on this page, because this page is almost done. So, we'll go ahead and, go ahead and work on that guy. Hey, Evie! Or Jace. Sorry, I always read the name of the person. I always read, the username first. What's going on? How you doing? Oh yeah, you go ahead and hang out. You do you, man. Oh, and a flugly. It's stream time. Let's, oh, so I filled this space in, right? You guys gave me the good idea to do music, so I, sat down the other night, after we talked, and I took like a half an hour to write the stuff up, so, so I just added, I basically split this up. I added a little bit more information about each of the, holidays, which helped me flesh this section out a little bit. And then I split the box and made a section for music. So that, I think that'll work out pretty well. Hey, stop sign. Hey, MTX, what's going on, guys? Yeah, so I'm gonna work on these for a little bit. Once we get that done, this page is finished, and then I don't have to worry about it. I think it's a good place to start. I'm so tired today, and I don't even know why. I actually got a reasonable amount of sleep yesterday, and I didn't wake up at 3 a.m. and find text messages on my phone, so I don't know why I'm so tired. I was like curled up on the couch. I had just had, like, I had ramen for dinner, and I was just laying there on the couch, just like, I could fall asleep right here. That'd be fine. I could just fall asleep. Alright, let's look up a... Let's see, I think I had a drum, and a tambourine. Do the tambourine first. You guys get to watch me struggle to... Sorry, I spelled tambourine wrong. I didn't want to shop. Stop that. An image. Picture of a tambourine. Ribbons, yes. Ribbons. So seasons for the Jedoa, since they live in the desert, are sort of interesting. They are very heavily based on rain cycles. So instead of having like a season where it's maybe like this, they could get some patterns in between the rings, maybe the bells. So there's like a season where it's hot and dry, and then there's a season where it's hot and slightly more rainy than usual. That's about it. That's how Jedoa's seasons are. Jedoa only have two. They have hot and dry or hot and wet. Slightly less hot and wet. The other species, it also depends. I guess Vayas probably don't care that much about seasons because they live underground. I mean, maybe they do. I haven't really thought about that much. I think there are seasons, though. Sort of like how, like, in tropical areas, there's, like, the monsoon season, and then there's the not quite so monsoon season, the slightly less monsoony than usual. Fun fact, if you ever need to draw a circle, don't try to draw the circle, just make a circle and then make it different shaped. That was my song. I hope you liked it. Tambourine needs a little bit thick. Nope. A little bit thick. So, yes, Lorhandel has seasons. Lorhandel, does have seasons like spring, summer, winter. It's just certain regions don't have spring, summer, winter, fall the way that, like, other places do. Kind of like how in California, it's like, there's the season where everything's on fire, and then there's the season where everything's really fucking hot, and then there's the season where it sometimes rains and isn't quite as hot as it usually is. It's... yeah. Xbox, please. Oh, whole text box in of itself. Yeah. It's, that word? That's the name of my world. Lorhandel is the name of my world. Hey, Mage, what's going on? Well... right. So they have different seasons. Their spring, summer, winter, fall are different than Southern California. So the Jedoa live in a desert, so, like, their spring and summer are, say, well, so I guess if you're gonna compare it to, let's see, so for Jedoa, winter and spring are rainy and not quite as hot as usual, and, you know, you get more frequent rainstorms, whereas summer and fall, it's a little bit on the hotter side, there's not as much rain. Like, more tropical type seasons than, like, your classic, you know, it snows in winter, it's hot in summer kind of thing, you know? That's how the seasons work. For Jedoa, specifically, but if you want to talk all of Lorhandel, like, the humans get a variety of seasons. Humans get snow, humans get, you know, summer. Essenians don't really get winter because they live, like, way down south, like, so they would have more, like, Bermuda kind of climate. It's honestly mostly humans because they're the only ones that live in the middle of the... yeah, dude, I'm tired too, man. The Jedoa build their cities near bodies of water. So, here, let me show you guys the map. The map is not complete. The map may still have edits to it because I haven't finished filling it out yet, but this is the map. The Jedoa live on this little cluster of islands down here. So this little, like, mini continent down here, this is where the Jedoa live. So there's, like, little, like, oases, small lakes throughout the desert that you'll usually find along, like, edges of mountains and stuff. So all of instead of their cities just being built out in the middle of the sand, they're, like, built up against, like, you know, cliffs or a big, like, if there's a big mountain, they'll build their city near a mountain. 2 of their cities are coastal cities, so they do a lot of fishing and things like that out in the harbor. Oasi? What is the plural of that? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Actually, in fact, that is the section I worked on over here. That music got really loud in my ears for some reason. Let me turn down the volume just a smidge. Yeah, so, like, this season, give me a second, because I haven't pronounced this word in a while. Rochaskar, is the, celebration of the hot season, so that's, like, summer through, fall, and that's when they harvest all their crops, so that the crops that can't survive the really harsh summer can, you know, they use that basically as, like, food storage. and they basically spend the whole day gathering and harvesting and whatever, and then they have a big festival at night. And then Skaachar is the season of the, like, they're like winter and spring. And so that's when they would plant all of their crops. You know, they would have cultivated all their seeds and stuff, and so they start planting all the crops that don't survive the hot season. And basically, like, if it rains on that day, that's considered like a really good blessing by Arinok. Like, that means that she was looking down at them and said, "You guys did good. Here, have some rain." So wait. What? No, the Jedoa are... This is a map of just the section. I imagine this is not the whole planet. There's more to it. This is just, like, the basic, like... This is where the most important stuff is at the moment. I haven't decided what's around and what's where. Up here, this is where the Nildaru, the cat people, live. They live all up in the cold north area. This sort of brownish section over here is all of the Veas territory. I have not decided what goes on top of the Veas territory, however, but they live under the ground over here. And then the humans basically invade this landmass. They come up, I'm thinking probably from down this way, but they come up and, sort of start expanding this way. The Essenians islands used to be connected, but with the blood waste thing, it all kind of collapsed into the sea, so they don't have, all their cities are on little islands. And then the Jedoa have this little, desert area down here. So, yeah, damn humans. The humans aren't originally from Lorhandel, and I really haven't decided what was here before that. That's kind of like part of the history building part that I haven't gotten to yet. I haven't really decided that much about the history of Lorhandel yet. There's only 2 plot points I know definitely happen, and I don't know when they happen in relationship to one another, but definitely this thing with the blood waste happens. The Veas kill the Alpha Dragon, and that causes parts of the world to collapse, and that's how the Essenians end up on their islands. And the second plot point is that the humans, their world collapses, their continent collapses into ruin. They attribute it to the death of their god, and they are forced to basically pack up as many people as they can onto a ship and find a new home. So the humans get to Lorhandel and they're like, "Can we live here?" And then they do. I have not decided anything else about the history of this planet or anything that's on it. I don't know what's outside this area yet. I haven't really gotten that far. I'm still figuring it out. The Jedoa are very isolated at the moment, as far as history goes, because I don't know what happens to them before the humans get there or when that happens, so... oh, how'd I make my map? Yeah, I saw that comment and I didn't go back to it. Invading continents like they always do. I also have not... this is probably... Well, so on this, this bottom here would probably be like the equator. So this is north, and then... So they're... I mean, they're more towards the equator. They're more south than anything. Hey, Friss, what's going on? So what I did, and actually... Oh, I could post this in the Discord! I'm gonna post this in the Discord. Where is it? Fences? Yep. It. Yeah, the map maker kit. Where is that? Oh, that's in here? Really? Okay. Hey, you guys can check out some of my old shitty art. Press that. Yeah, let me slide this guy over into the Discord here. Saw you guys memeing it up. Let's see. Art research. Your files are too powerful. Okay, well, can't do that. I'll find another way to give that to you guys. But basically, this pack, I got it off DeviantArt. It's full of stuff for building a map, so they give you these things for in Photoshop, so you can basically copy like a coastline, or like, you know, this has like little pre-made islands. They give you like parchment paper textures to use as like backgrounds on your map, which is pretty cool. There's a whole section of like fonts and symbols. There's like map icons, so you could put down like mountains or trees or little cactuses or, you know, what, you know, small forests. There's brushes specifically. I think the brushes are the icons as a brush, and then they give you a font, so that's pretty fun. But basically what I did was I took like coastlines out of that pack and just kind of pasted them in the sort of general you know, shape that I liked, and then so okay, that's all the details. Hang on. Let me yeah, so this is Lord Hondel without any of the lines on it. And then I added a bunch of overlay layers. So I made this, and then I took an eraser and like, so say I want to put like a, you know, say I want a river here. You just probably need a bigger brush for that. But you draw in your river, and then I put a dark stroke on it, and then I put 2 lighter strokes on the outside just to make it up a little bit. Then I added a layer that had like, so this area is all grassy, this area's got lots of snow, this area is a desert. And then I put the blood wastes in, and then I actually added another layer that has, and if I actually make this a normal color. So I put in yellows for Jedoa, orange is for humans, blue is for Noldaru, red is for Veos, and this teal color is for the Asenians. And then I just dropped it down to like 20%, so you can still see the landscape underneath. It's just like, it taints the color just a little bit so you can identify what everything is. And that's about as far as I got. Yes, I did do that in Photoshop. I think you could use the kit with other programs too, though. I might upload that somewhere and give it to you guys. I could also just find the link for it. Pretty sure it was on DeviantArt. Oh, that is not it. What are you doing, keyboard? Knock that off. Huh. I'm surprised that's not at the top of the page. Alright, I'll find a way to give it to you guys, though, because that's a pretty useful tool. But that's how I made that. Have you heard the exposition of Xenoblade Chronicles 2? Basically, humans are forced to evacuate Earth as a bunch of aliens end up fighting for and destroying Earth. So the white whale ends up crash landing on an Earth-like planet called Mira by those Aluans. Maybe you could do something like that. Yeah, I could certainly do that. One important plot point about their well, I haven't, I don't know. It's something I'm working on and haven't, like, figured out the specifics of yet, because I really didn't want to talk about, like, God specifically, but, when their world collapses, there's a bunch of, like, spirits that are released in the cataclysm, like that, you know, I don't want to call it a cataclysm because everybody has used that word since forever, but, like, in the destruction of that world, there are, sort of kind of ghost-like forces almost that get left behind, that are like, they're called the Miyaga. They're this dark, angry energy, but they can possess corpses in order to speak to people, so they're kind of like zombies, but like intelligent. They're not like, oh, I'm gonna murder all the things kind of zombies. They understand what's going on. They're, you know, very ancient creatures. But when they're not in a corpse and they're near you, you can just feel bad. They're just a very angry species. race creature thing. I haven't developed them a ton either. I sort of have ideas for where they came from. I just haven't, you know, done it. It's kind of a lot of stuff still in progress, like I keep saying. It's like, you know, I have some ideas for them, but nothing solid. A little bit like vampires, but not really. No, I wouldn't really say like vampires, no. They're more like ghosts, honestly. Oh, hey, it's an apple gravy. Yeah, they're more like poltergeists or like evil spirits. Like, not evil spirits, lost spirits, I should say. They're not evil. Everyone thinks they're evil, but they're not. You are alive and stuff, yes. Hey, Arenis. Hey, we got lots of friends now. Everybody's here. How's your bird painting going, Arenis? I see you work on it a little bit at a time. Very, very slow. I know that feeling. I had contemplated dropping the Miyaga for a little while, actually, just because I didn't want to have to deal with magic as heavily. But I had this really cute idea for a story that's basically like this Jedoa kid that's like orphaned because he's Eclipse born, so he's like living in a human city, and he meets a Miyaga who's like trying really hard not to look like a zombie, but she totally looks like a zombie. And she chooses female pronouns just because I thought that dynamic was cute, but they don't have genders. But because they're ghost spirits. But he meets her somehow, and he just thinks she's the best thing ever, and she's like, "Please go away, small bird. I do not care." But I just thought it was maybe sort of an idea I could roll with at some point, that like maybe the adventures of the bird kid and the, you know, the zombie ghost lady or man or whatever I decide to go with for that one. I might not even gender it. That character might end up being a they, and then I just won't use pronouns at all for that character. But it was just like, I thought that dynamic would be funny. I also thought it'd be really cool if, like, the kid could always recognize her, they. I'm gonna try to use they. Originally, I let them gender themselves, but I actually might not do that now, because they're ghosts. Or whatever they are. Like I said, I haven't developed them at all. But, so, like, the ghost, the kid can always recognize the ghost no matter what body they're in. But you could have it be that the humans were technologically advanced until they had to flee from Earth, and then... No, they don't flee. At least you're not the worst artist in the world. Wait, hang on. Sorry, I have to go back up and read. Hang on, I got lost. Yeah, Arenis, at least you're not the worst artist in the world. You know, you're slow, but you're good. All of our worlds. Well, see, that would be, stop sign, that would be where you could just, like, maybe magic is explained by, like, quantum physics or something wild, and just nobody cares. You know, everyone's just like, it might be quantum physics, but we're pretty sure it's just magic. Don't worry about it. You know? Well, I mean, yeah, I think it'd be cool if we did, like, a little, like, at some point, once everybody's worlds are a little bit more fleshed out, if we did, like, a crossover kind of thing with, like, you know, all of our canons all are actually different planets in the same world or something. I think that'd be really cool. I think that would be great. Oh, I don't know what kind of drum I need, so I'm just gonna use this one. Hey, that's allowed. You're allowed to have a nerdy world that's explained by science. With space lasers, of course. Can't go without space lasers. Yeah, it's not that Lorhandel could never meet a Calyx. It's just that, you know, the time. Hi, cat. What's up? How's it going? You're gonna destroy everything? Thank you. It's just that they're, you know, they don't exist in the current canon of my world. They could certainly meet in a crossover. I'm 100% okay with that. In fact, that would be really cool if we could start doing crossovers with each other's worlds, even if we don't consider them canon to our specific stories. It'd be really cool to see the different crossovers. I would love that. It tickles me whenever you guys do fan art at all, because, like... Man, I gotta sneeze. Eh. I don't know how other streamers handle sneezing, but I feel weird sneezing into you guys. I don't think you need eyes. It would definitely be cool to explore, like, future Lorhandel, too. Like, trying to see, like, okay, once I've developed my whole world, then where does it go? You know, what does future Lorhandel look like? You know, what do Jedoa wear in the future? I thought that would always be... I always thought that would be a cool premise, just in general, to explore. But, you know, that's for way, 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 way later down the line, because we are only on the first species, and 80% of my information isn't even written down anywhere yet, so... I imagine Mage's characters are probably a little bit more advanced, but I don't know too much about Mage's world. I know Kib's characters were advanced until everything got exploded. Although Kib's pretty closed about his species, though I wouldn't count on that. Which is totally his prerogative. I support that. There's still a big work in progress, so I don't blame him. What's up, Altair? What's up? What's up, friend Reno? Yeah, I don't know what Lorhandel would be like. I don't know too much about Lorhandel enough to say, oh, they would definitely be like this, or they would definitely be like that, you know? I haven't determined enough information to plan where they would go, because I haven't figured out where they are now. Making braided ropes are fun, cause you just put swirls. Ellie, why do you keep spelling Lorhandel with an N? It's an L, not an N. just curious. Just, am I speaking with an L? I'm just curious. Oh, okay. You're just confused. Okay, I just was making sure. Okay. So... I don't know how to put this any nicer, but I'm really not comfortable with you just inserting your characters into my world, so I'm gonna say no, they can't be the other side. That's the nicest way I know how to put that. So... yeah. You fell into a trance. about each civilization's level of technology, like Bronze Age, Medieval Age? Yeah, so in Lorhandel, they're very close to having, like, steam power. More of, like, an industrial kind of age. The humans are a little bit more technologically advanced, and they have a much higher drive to just build things and get better. So the humans they have, like, you know, like, they have, like, oil lamps and stuff. Their streets are very Victorian. Jedoa have decently advanced technology. They're not stupid by any means, but they also don't have a big, heavy drive to be as good as possible or to advance, because they're pretty comfortable with what they have, and they're kind of doing their thing, so their level of drive is not as high. I imagine that the Veos, probably, I wouldn't say, I guess they would probably be pretty advanced, since they have access to a lot of metals and stuff, so probably a decent amount of, maybe just a little bit behind the humans. The humans are really the big driving factor in technology in Lorhandel, because although everyone's trying to improve, they're not as proving it with quite the amount of ferocity that the humans are trying to improve. Humans are all, and it's really kind of something I've noticed in, you know, fantasy as a whole, but, you know, humans are always that one species that outlives everybody. You know, they are the ones that survive. They are the ones that learn how to control the elements so that they can live. And so I kind of feel like that fits the humans in my world too, that they would learn how to manipulate the local metals and create things like gas-powered lamps and things to that nature. So the humans are much, much, much more technologically advanced than everybody else. But it's not like they keep it all to themselves. You know, they share, everybody shares knowledge, and so there's, like, scholars from other species. It's just nobody else really thought to do what they did, I guess, is a good way to put it. That makes sense? I don't know if I explained that very well. I think I started rambling towards the end a little bit. I was focused on drawing patterns and then was like, wait, I need to speak. I was speaking. I was talking about a thing. I should probably speak. Probably finish that thought before I get into making patterns. How to cheat at asymmetrical patterns. Sorry, regular symmetrical patterns. Not asymmetrical patterns, symmetrical patterns, the other way. Just erase it. Out from under the thing you were making. Oop, oop. Merged out. Oop. '19th or 18th century level, well, yeah, who else is supposed to rule the world? Humans, obviously. I'm still stumped about what to do with the top of the, like, the main part of the continent, though. Because it never really crossed my mind to just, like, put some, like, when I made my map, I was looking at it, and I went, you know, like, when I was making this map, I went, this is Jedoa, this is Nildaru, this is humans, obviously the Veos go here, and Ascendians go here, but I never thought about what goes on the top of the land. I'm like, I might have to convert this all into a big mountain range, but I don't know, making it into a big mountain range makes this a lot less scary because it's not advancing westward because there's a mountain in the way, you know? Like, it would make more sense if it would be scarier if there was something, not just a mountain here. So I don't really know what to do with that. I didn't really think about it. What is it, a loot? Not a liar. A loot? Nope, not a loot. It is a liar. Yeah, that one. I want that one. My world is going to be 3 different levels of advancement. The birds would be pre-World War I. The lizards would be medieval or Renaissance, and the wolves would be bronze or stone. Gotcha. Trixel is going ham. What's Trixel up to? If Trixel's still going ham after the stream's over, I know who we're raiding. Lizards would be medieval. Oh, what was it? Have there be like an ancient civilization that just got destroyed by like a dragon. Actually, that's a great idea. Just somebody lived there, and when the dragon got killed, they all died. The end. No one lives there. Nobody lives there anyway. It doesn't matter who was there because they're dead. So I'll just have to make like a short, fake, definitely not ancient humans, original species do not steal race to go up there. The northern section's like Antarctica. It's like, here, let's grab ye old map again since we're talking about it. Yeah, so this is all like tundra and like pine forests and stuff, but pretty much everything past here is just a frozen, barren wasteland like in Antarctica or like, you know, the North Circle or whatever it's called. But there's like rumored to be a spot all the way up at the northern tip that something is up here. I did kind of think about maybe scooching this map up, though, and just cutting it off here so that you can't even see what's up there. Did think about doing that. I might still do that. And just cut the map off at the Icebound Expanse and just not put anything else above it. Yes, the long-dead Sonic OC race. Hey! You know, that could work. Oh no, Trixel. Oh, hey Nezaruk, what's going on? The reason how is because the birds are on their own continent and the wolves and lizards share one. That makes sense. Yeah, I imagine the birds coming to visit the lizards is like that scene in Game of Thrones with the dragon. You know, it's like bringing a giant airplane to a knife fight. Imagine a Droughtnaught or battleship coming into a port. Yep, pretty much. Just flying like a huge-ass plane in there. A race of super fast hedgehog humanoids. I should make that what it is and just not say it's a Sonic OC race and just leave it. Like, just make it they were these, like... They were these really fast, they were known for being very small and very fast, and they looked a little bit like hedgehogs, and just not talk about it anymore. And anytime anybody brings it up, like if somebody, like when I post this online, is like, OMG, is that based on Sonic? I'll be like, no, what are you talking about? I'm not gonna develop them, so nobody will ever have to see what they look like. These ancient humans were described as having small spines all over their bodies. Which one should I make? You know what fucking sucks? Drawing instruments like this. I'm gonna do... Just don't... Yeah, no deeper. Just they were humans that vaguely looked like hedgehogs, and that's it. They were kind of fast. Alright, so I think I like this. I like this one. I like this kind of like sideways shape for it. So I'm gonna... Here's another good way to use Photoshop, alright? So what we're gonna do, right, is I'm gonna make the lyre as a straight on view, and then we're gonna turn it. You guys just hang tight, wait for the magic of not wanting to work on this. Because it's hard to do things in perspective. And if you can avoid doing them in perspective, that's a good plan. I'm gonna not copy the bottom. We're gonna make the bottom like thing. Is anybody here musically inclined? Does anybody know if there's a significance to the number of strings on a lyre? Is it, like, the number of notes? I only ask because, like, guitars have, like, what, 6 or 8 strings, but ukuleles only have 4, but they both play the same notes, so... Is there a reason that they only have 4? Does anybody have any idea? I don't like this piece now. Let's get rid of it. Or is it just notes? An octave instrument. Oh, Cass is here! Hey, Cass! I didn't see you roll in. Magic. Chicken parm. Oh, yum. Can't eat chicken parm because it has tomatoes in it, but yum. Also be funny if the Space Federation thing, the Jedoa and my bird species are confused because they look similar. Yes. They would probably be so confused. They'd be like... Actually, but they would be confused in a good way. They'd be like, wow, weird. You look like us. Are you friend? They're like small dogs. It's a 1-octave instrument. So... Well, because I only asked 4 because it looked like some of these had 4. Like this one has 4 and I don't know why. Okay, so they should have 5 then. Musically inclined, but no. No, but I do know that yes, it does. Okay, well. So they do have 5 strings. I wondered if it was... I was wondering because I wondered if it was possible to give the lyre, less strings because the Jedoa have less fingers, but if it's significant, then I will leave it. They're played with a pick, and some had up to 10 strings, depend on who made the lyre. Oh, they weren't played with fingers? I assumed they were played with a finger. Well, this one's played by fingers. Because Jedoa have small claw hands, so. So they can totally do. Alright, let's grab their pattern sheet one more time. Get some cool blockies in here. That doesn't help me really. Finger picking. Oh, that's right, that's what that's called. Alright, well, rip. Jedoa have weird lyres, I guess. Well, if a lyre is meant to be played with a pick, then then it's just because the Jedoa don't use a pick because that's what their hands are. They just use their claws as a pick. We can just do that. They finger pick technically because they're birds, but they have claws. Like a human probably couldn't play a Jedoan lyre without. It still works out. They could use their claws to pluck at the harp. That's virtually how mandolins are played. Hey, there you go, jinx. Great minds think alike, right? Or crazy people who haven't slept enough today. Maybe both. Or everything. One little tidbit of information that I think one of you guys, or maybe all of you guys, helped me with last night that I kept in, was that the Jedoa don't have flutes because they don't have lips. But the first time they heard somebody playing a flute, they were like, holy shit, that's the best thing ever. And they're now desperately attempting to figure out how to make a flute that does not require you to have lips because they just want to play flute so bad. Alright, so this is how you do the thing. I'm gonna move this over here so I don't fuck it up, first of all. Yep. And then you go bloop, you go bloop. Now it's in perspective, sort of. Sort of like pretend like it's in perspective. You pretend like you know what you're doing, and then it works out. Again, though, gotta fuck that up a little bit. You and you. And now we just beef up this side a little bit. Fuck drawing things in perspective. Am I right? Or am I right? Get that guy in there. And then we'll get... Then you just go through and you just edit all the parts of the drawing that need to be, like, you know, maybe a little bit thicker because they're now showing a different side. But, like, here, you just... that up a little bit. There you go. Harp. Lyre. Type dealio. In perspective. Kind of. I'm gonna fix this, though, because although I did place them correctly, they look stupid, so... let's do that, maybe? Yeah, that's better. Okay. Schmexy. Ish. Lyre is meant to be played by a con artist. What? Oh, I get it. Your puns. Look at you. The flute thing. What if they invented a bellows-like contraption that provides the air? They could work on that with their feet while they use their fingers for the notes. That's a good idea. Rachel offered up the great suggestion to have it be like a sack that you squeeze and then blow it, and then you just, you know, play the notes. I was like, a bagpipe? You want me to give them bagpipes? Because I can give them bagpipes, if that's what you're after. It made me chuckle. I've been in a very giggly mood today, and everything just amuses me. Probably because I'm so fucking tired. They could do a cup bowl that fits over their beaks. We talked about that the other night, the beaks. The beak bowl shape. But that would mean that the... I at least I think. I don't know how flutes work well enough to know for sure, but I feel like that would mean that they would have to have custom-made mouthpieces, and I feel like that might be a little bit difficult, but... Alright. That. Beautiful. Oh, I actually have to line art those. Turn them black without even thinking about it. Yeah, you should just create that instrument. Don't make anything harder than it has to be, friends. Don't let your dreams be memes. Wait, no, the other way around. Don't let your memes be dreams. And also, don't make your work harder than it needs to be. That's basically the main point I was going for there, but then I decided to go into meme territory, so... Oh. What? Stop sign, sorry, let me scroll up and see if I get your question. Mine are desert bird, yours are desert birds and mine are snowy forest preference. Yep. Mine look like cardinals with shades between blue and red. That's pretty cool, actually. I bet that would be awesome. Oh, I didn't know that was a question. Sorry. I don't know. Should they be more than just blue or red? I think you get some really interesting colors in between just blue and red, honestly. You could get, like, different shades of red. You get different shades of blue. You could mix some other color, like, patterns in, too. Because, like, for example, blue jays have a really neat pattern. So maybe they have, you know, maybe you got a blue jay looking one, but instead of it being blue, it's red. You know, and there's different shades of red. So maybe you could do like what I did with the Jedoa, where they're primarily brown, but certain other colors are you know, come up. Like maybe every now and then there's like a random, you know, orange one of your species, or there's a random red one and nobody really understands why. Maybe they're like a really important kind. Maybe if you're a rare color, everybody looks up to you or something. or you're considered, like, special in some way, you can certainly do that. I don't think it's necessary. I guess what I'm saying is I don't think it's necessary for you to expand their color spectrum, because you have a lot of options as it is, but it could certainly be cool if you did. So I wouldn't say it's necessary, but I would say that it would be, you know, it might be cool if you explored the idea at least, you know, maybe did a couple in other colors just to see. Birds are pretty boring colored if you don't look at the really nice, like the, you know, ones like cardinals that have a color. Like, a lot of birds are brown or black. You know, a lot of birds don't have fancy colors. Purple would be good because it's in between red and blue, so that would be, it's a mix. So that would be a cool mixed color. A rare gold bird, collect them for good luck. Yes. Golden bird. I imagine if there was a sparkly gold Jedoa, that everyone would just love them. But that's not a, like, you know, solid sparkly gold is not really a thing, but in any species, not just mine. Sparkly gold's not really a thing in nature, so unless you're like a beetle. If you're a beetle, then you could absolutely do that. Hey Cass, earlier you were talking about your like your books and stuff are based off of, like, you know, like monster tropes and stuff. Do your stories have like a, like, maybe not as deep as this, but like a lore to them about like what kind of creatures or what? Or is it just kind of, you know, fun monster movie tropes? The 24-karat Jedoa, yes. The best kind of Jedoa. The problem is the Jedoa would then fight about who is the best 24-karat Jedoa, because everyone would think everyone else is the best 24-karat Jedoa. Let's do the outside one, because I messed that up. If you're even still here. I don't know if you're still here. You might be lurking. Aw, too bad. See you later. See you later, stop sign. Have a good night. Sleep well. How was your chicken parmesan, Jace? Was it everything you hoped and dreamed for? I can tell you guys my unfortunate story of what I was gonna make for dinner tonight. So I was on my way home from work, and I was like, I don't know what I want for dinner. And then I remembered I have hamburger meat in my freezer. And I was like, oh, a hamburger sounds really good. I'm gonna make hamburgers and potatoes. And so I got home, and I started preheating my oven, and then I remembered, I don't have bread. And I thought, oh, well, lots of people eat without bread, I guess. I guess we'll just make do without a bun. And then I remembered I don't have any cheese either. So that's how I ended up having ramen for dinner, because I didn't have time to cook anything else. Your cat likes your chicken parm? Good. I'm glad that you're sharing with the local wildlife. My local wildlife is currently sitting on top of my router again, because for some reason that's a good spot to be. But at least I made my ramen tasty. I put an egg in it, and I put broccoli in it. It was really yummy. Actually, it was surprisingly satisfying. A sad burger, yes. Like, I was willing to forego having a bun and just eating it with, like, a fork, like a loser. And I was like, fine, I guess I'll do it that way. But, that was not the case. Yep. So my drive home from work today was wild. So my drive home from work today, I was going down this street that runs alongside the highway, and that zone is like a 40-mile-an-hour zone. So of course I'm doing 50 in that zone because everybody does 50 in the 40, and it's pretty much empty in the oncoming traffic. Like I can see some cars coming, but it's pretty much just them, like 2 oncoming cars. There's nobody else, and this lady pulls out of a side street and, like, almost pulls into one of the oncoming cars, stops in my lane, and then doesn't move. And I had to slow down all the way, and as I'm slowing down, hoping that she will go, because now she's freaked out, I'm hoping she'll go. And so I'm slowing down without really stopping, because I keep hoping I don't have to press on my brakes that much, because my car does not accelerate that well, because he's old. And she just, like... I mean, she, like, glides, like, just rolls along and just very slowly pulls into the opposite lane and just doesn't commit to going into the left lane. And I honked at her. I was like, can you just go, please? I would like to drive. What is wrong with you? The drivers today are insane. I think I got hit, like, almost got hit twice on the way to work today. It was unreal. Just absolutely unreal. We're really stupid today, and nobody knows how to use the turn signals properly, which drives me nuts. I just had no idea what was going on. Can you move, please? Can you move, please? You're gonna be memeing for, like, till, like, 5 a.m. Yes. Let your memes be memes. Your memes be dreams. Dreams be memes? Go forth. Do good. Do the thing. Ooh. Let's check it out. Things got posted in the Discord. Bring theme to your meme dreams. Don't get steamed. Meme supreme. Yes, meme supreme. All the memes. What are memes? Choot? That face. I feel that in my soul. Oh my god, you guys went ham. Look at you all. Look at all these memes. Look at all these A+ quality memes going on in here. Jesus Christ. Let's look at this map. Ooh. What you got? I like the shapes. Got some nice coastlines. So, of course, the main question is what's going on with the eye. I'm curious about the eye. Eye-shaped thing, I should say. I know it's not an eyeball. But it looks awesome, and I'm curious about it now. Yeah, basic. No, getting a basic idea is down. Words. Getting the basic idea down is good to start out with. Petrarcha? I was trying to pronounce this when I was reading your story. That's Petrarchia? Petrarchia? Is that correct? I don't know what to do with the second R, with the first R, so my brain exploded a little bit. I feel I was close. I feel like I feel like I did pretty good. I feel like I maybe got a B on that pronunciation test. I am 2,000% convinced that no one knows how to drive as a person that doesn't know how to drive. Yeah. Apple Gravy drives conversations into the ground. Nah. You don't drive conversations. Maybe a little. Petrarcha. Okay. Oh, okay. It's floating islands. Gotcha. That makes sense. I did read the excerpt, yes. Actually, that Google Doc you got going on there, It's really helpful that you put the little tags in there since, you know, you don't have the beginning of the story in there. That's really helpful to us to know what stuff is that maybe we would have learned in context earlier in the story. So that was cool. That was very useful. Because then I could actually read the thing and understand what was going on. I still understood what was going on the first time I read it. It was just like I didn't know what certain stuff was. And so, like, some words I wasn't like, is that a character? Is that a place? Is that a city? Is it a, you know, river? What, you know, what is it? But having those notes in there helped a lot. Then I knew what was going on and I could actually read your story, which was good. Well, it looks cool. I'm excited. The greatest Skyrim mod ever. Oh no. That could mean one of two things. It could either be the memeiest garbage I've ever seen, or an actually legitimately really awesome mod for Skyrim. What is it? What have you discovered? What fire of knowledge will you bring to us mortals today, Nezaruk? Bring it. Lizards of Skyrim? Hey, mage. I mentioned lizards in Volpine's stream earlier, and then immediately was like, I'm surprised Mage didn't apparate into this stream immediately. I'm gonna look that up now, because I don't know what you're talking about. Lizards of Scrim. Lizards of Scrim. Oh my god. I used to love Nexus Mod Manager. I modded the shit out of my game, and now it barely functions. To like Argonians, this mod changes the playable race's appearance to Argonians. This mod affects children as well. Dragons are not affected despite being named Lizards of Skyrim. All racial traits skills remain, but facial features including hair, beards, and face marks are not carried over from the previous look. So it makes everyone into an Argonian? That's amazing. Oh, what a meme-ish mod. Oh, it's beautiful. Is that all? Is that all the pictures there are? There's gotta be more pictures. It's mad at me for using that block. That doesn't help. Oh, there's only 3 images? That's so beautiful. Just as it should be. Oh, Skyrim. You beautiful mess of a game. Here's my question. Why would anybody want to play Skyrim on Switch? You can't mod Skyrim on Switch, and modded Skyrim is the only way to Skyrim. Is that a crab with a top hat and a monocle? That's where I draw the line. Wait, was it? Was what a crab with a top hat and a monocle? That's totally a thing. That's totally a thing. I know that's a thing. What happened to the website? I don't know where you saw a crab with a top hat and a monocle, but, Posh mud crabs? Oh, it's a reference to a video. Oh, okay. I thought you were actually referencing that posh mud crabs. I know I've seen that. I'm sorry. I don't get references sometimes, and then I'm an idiot. They're so cute. Oh, what a dapper fool. So pure. So good. Here's a meme clip of that. Oh no. Oh, I can't open it on my desktop, on my laptop. Ah.
I wrote a blog post a while ago about why I fucking hate video games. Because this is what it does. It appeals to, like, the male fantasy.
Is that a crab with a top hat and a monocle? Come on, Master Chief.
Computer, what are you doing?
I wrote a...
Is that a crab with a top hat and a monocle? That's where I draw the line. Come on, Master Chief. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Come on, Master Chief. Modded Skyrim is the best Skyrim. Character look like Link. Cool. Yeah, I imagine it's because you can't fix anything. That's like 80% of the mods I had on Skyrim was things to fix other things. And then I had fun stuff like extra houses. But like, for the most part, I downloaded mods that were like utility mods of some kind. Like, fix the door in this dungeon that doesn't work. Or make this character go where they're supposed to be. Or console command this character into a particular zone because they won't fucking move. I did there's a quest, out on the west, or the east side of the map. I don't remember the names of the cities off the top of my head. But it was the quest to get the Daedric Hammer. And you're supposed to take the Orc Chief to a cave, and then fight your way through the cave, and you get to the Daedra's shrine, but then he wants to kill you so he can have the hammer all to himself or something like that. And then you have to kill him to get the hammer from him. Or something like that. That was like my vague recollection of what happened. But the point of the story is that I walked with him all the way up to the front entrance of the stupid cave, and then he didn't go in, and he just stood there with his stupid hammer out, looking like an idiot, and I couldn't get him to go in. And I had to push him through the loading zone, kill all the stuff in the room, and then Fusro Da him to the exit because it was taking too long to push him. I was so mad about it. Game is so buggy. It's a beautiful buggy mess. Just an awful, awful game in the best way. Like, it's such a good game, but it's so broken, and it's amazing. Posture Jedoa? Yeah. So just like normal Skyrim, yes. Buggy, just like the regular Skyrim. Did I ever tell you guys about the Hall of Blood? Because that's a pretty good story. That's a pretty good Skyrim story. I'm gonna pause for a moment to have you, contemplate the things I just said, mostly because I need to look up a tambourine again, because I forgot to grab colors, so... I'm doing a murder investigation, and, like, nobody will talk to me anymore. It's like they don't want the investigation to happen. Good thing to do. Yeah, so here, let me tell you guys a little story. Let's go on a little adventure. Let me tell you the story about the Hall of Blood. So, playing Skyrim, my character's a thief, and I sneak a lot. I'm a good sneaky sneak. And so I'm wandering around, and I find this bandit cave, and I'm like, okay, cool, the bandit cave. So I go inside the bandit cave, and of course everybody sees me immediately because I was not in sneak mode when I walked inside. So I murdered the two people in the front hallway. So then I wander my way around. I needed a new layer. So I wander around, and I'm sneaking, and I'm trying really hard not to kill people, mostly because I just don't want to aggro everybody. So the only people in this cave that are still dead are the two guys at the front entrance who saw me. And I get to this little narrow corridor, and this corridor is like half the width of a regular cave corridor. I don't know why that room was so small, but this particular corridor is a very, very weird, thin corridor. So I get into, I get into this little weird thin corridor. I'm sneaking around the corner. I got my bow out. I'm ready to go. And it opens up into this big room. And this big room's got like it's got stairs that go up to like a little platform that go to like out, continuing into the dungeon. The room's got like barrels and chests and stuff to dig through, and a big long table. And there's like three guys sitting at three bandits sitting at the table. And there's one guy wandering around, and there's two guys wandering around up top. And I'm like, okay, all right, there's lots of bandits, but if they don't see me, I can just pick them off one by one from this little thin, weird corridor. So I take out my bow, I, aim with it, and I decide I'm gonna pick the guy right in front of me with his back to me at the table. So I shoot him, and I hit him, and Nothing happens. And he gets mad and he jumps up and his little health bar pops up and it says, Bandit Chief. Of the, 7 people in that room that I could have chosen to shoot in the back of the head, I picked the Bandit Chief. And I don't know if this is an actual mechanic or not, but I'm pretty sure if you shoot the Bandit Chief in the back of the head, you immediately aggro everything in that cavern. So I'm in this little thin-ass corridor, and all the bandits now know where I am because I shot their chief in the back of the head with an arrow and it barely did any damage to him. And they all come tearing down the hallway, and they're all after me, so I'm backing up down this little corridor. I can barely back up, and I'm smacking them with my sword. You know, now I have to do hand-to-hand combat, so I'm, hacking at the guy in front of me, and I can't get him to die because I'm not good at hand-to-hand combat. And I'm backing up, but they're piling into this hallway in front of me, and they're all hitting me, and I'm in a lot of trouble. And in a panic, I hit Fusroda. I hit my Dragon Shout. They ragdolled all over that hallway. I have never seen the ragdoll physics break that hard, because they were ricocheting throughout this thin corridor because of the force of the Fusroda, to the point that I almost died from the impact of them hitting me all over the place, and that the game flipped out and the blood texture models were all over the corridor, and they all died. I killed them by Fusrodaing them into oblivion in a thin corridor, and it was amazing. And I wish I had taken screenshots, but I was so busy laughing that I forgot to take a screenshot, and so by the time I remembered I wanted to take a screenshot, all the blood had faded, because the blood doesn't stay that long. Oh my god. Oh my god, it was amazing. It's just, and now I call that the Hall of Blood, because that's really what it was. It was just death by ricochet. Fall damage is the best. Or impact damage, I don't know, but I've also been almost killed by a ribcage on more than one occasion, so that's a slightly less fortunate version, but I have almost been killed by a ribcage before. Because ribcages have stupid hitboxes. Ingo is the best Skyrim mod. I love Pokken. I got Skyrim, Stardew Valley, and Pokken for my Switch. I need someone to play the Hell Slime game with, or Russian Blocks. My favorite Skyrim moment is when I was fighting 2 dragons as a werewolf, and mid-fight a guard runs out of nowhere and tries to stop me for 40 bounty I had. That's awesome. I currently have a Master Enchanter with 100% reduced destruction spell cost, so just kind of nuking everything I don't like. Oh, you guys are great. Beautiful. That game is beautiful and broken. Rib cages were the bane of my character's existence. I definitely did not like the elves in some of those dwarven ruins or whatever they were that had the weird were they? The weird centipede looking critters. I didn't like them. They freaked me out. I didn't like them. I gained my 100 sneak by standing in the in High Hrothgar, just stabbing a guy in the stabbing one of the guys in the back of the head. That was a surprisingly effective way to get your sneak all the way up. Wood. I'm a vampire lord, but at the point in the game where vampire lords suck, so I just get all the drawbacks of being a vampire and literally none of the benefits. Oh, you can cast Life Drain. It deals 20 damage. Good job. Oh, your mana's gone. Yeah. Yep. Oh, it goes. My character was a very good stabby stab. I basically could one-shot anybody from behind. Like, if I could get behind a person and you know, with a dagger, they were dead. There was no survival. There were very few enemies in the game that could just not get killed by that. Alduin was fucking disappointing, though. I'm pretty sure I murdered him pretty fast, and I was on, you know, I was on easy. I don't remember what level I was on. I always end up playing a heavy armor stealth wizard. I always end up playing light armor stealth, and, I always end up playing light armor stealth with a bow and arrow or a dagger. I use a bow and arrow and can one-shot most things with a bow and arrow, except for that one thief guy that I had some trouble with. And then, if I need to get up close, then I use the dagger. And then I always carried swords around in case I had to, like, get into fisticuffs with somebody, but for the most part, I didn't really need to do that. That game was beautiful. I missed that game. I haven't had any reason to play it, though, because I mean, I pretty much found everything that was interesting. You know, like, I got all the Daedric artifacts, I did both the expansions. I don't know, it just, I don't have anything else to do. I don't know what else you do after that. My character is absurdly rich because she's a kleptomaniac and just takes everything. Oh, that's a shiny thing. I'm gonna take that. Can you maybe not? Thanks. Better plan. Everyone in a Bethesda game is a kleptomaniac, yes. Pretty much. Actually, you're not wrong. I even kept, like, named clothing. Like, if I found, like, you know, like, if I got, like, somebody's tunic or whatever, I would just keep it. It's mine now. You don't get to have it. There was also that one quest where you have to help the Redguard lady get something or do something, and I helped her. She paid me, and then I immediately killed her so I could have her money. Because that's the kind of character I was playing that run through. I was like, I'm gonna be an asshole. I think that's what I want to do this time. My character was an asshole. She was great. Her name was Mavani, and she was just amazing. But I miss her. Making this drum look kinda cool. Is this section not counting as brown? I think it's funny how everybody has had some sort of a Skyrim experience. Khajiit is good. Yeah, I love the Khajiit. They crack up. So good and pure. But not really. When you actually look at the lore of Skyrim, though, the Argonians are probably my favorite. Because the Argonians live in their stupid garbage swamp and are just like, oh, I see your guys are having trouble with Daedra. That's unfortunate. We'll see you guys in a couple hundred years when you're not dealing with Daedra. Like, they just give no shits. They're just like, wow, that sucks. Yeah, sorry. I feel real bad for you. That's unfortunate. And then they just peace out. No. What color should I make this thing? Can lighters even be wood? Of course they can. What kind of a stupid question is that? Don't listen to me. I'm an idiot. Well, swamps can be nice, but the Argonians' particular swamp, I believe, from what I remember, is basically where all the garbage in Skyrim goes, or in what's the name of the planet? Nirn. That's like but that's where all the garbage goes. So their whole swamp is like super toxic and whatever because they just live in garbage. But they're Argonians, so they don't give a shit. They're like, wow, that's some trash. That's nice. Have you guys actually gained any lotto coins I think you have. Okay, I think I fixed it. Oh, who's leaving? Oh, see you later, Flugly. Have a good night. Black Marsh is wild. Alright, almost done. I spent the whole- yes, I did spend the whole stream working on these instruments. Oh, that's not even open. I grab a color out of that. But... let's finish the instruments, shall we? That's unfortunate. Hey. You are the banker. I don't know why you guys weren't earning lotto coins yesterday. I don't really know why that happened. But yeah, for some reason nobody was getting lotto coins yesterday, and I don't know why. I kind of think I might need to find another bot, honestly. I was looking at some the other day, but like some of them, like, so Stream Element seems like it's really good, but you can't change the name of the bot. And that's sort of unfortunate, because I really don't want Stream Elements hanging out in the chat. Like, I don't, like, I'd rather just keep the theme, but I don't know. I don't really understand how the coins work in this particular mod or in this particular bot, because you can change it on the website, but then it's different in the actual program. So, like, I don't know how it works. It seems a little bit confusing. Buffaloodles. Oh, Jesus. But I think you guys did get... it kind of looks like you guys might have gotten some coins this stream. So hopefully I fixed whatever happened yesterday, but I don't really understand at what rate you guys are gaining coins now. I did consider bringing back that little extension that was on here and just turning off whatever that was making it post a bunch of stuff on the screen. But having it so that, like, maybe I can assign some mods if you spend enough time in the chat, like maybe after so many hours you can buy, I don't know, you can, I don't know, buy a mod status, I guess. I'd have to make it a really high number. That was something I saw somebody doing, but I don't really understand how Stream Elements works, so that's not gonna happen anytime soon. I only need one mod anyway. I don't really like mods at all, but having one makes me feel good. Okay. Instruments. Did I put a shadow under that? I haven't really put a shadow under anything else, I think. Did I put a shadow under the food? Just... Page 4. Where's page 5? Oh, I never colored those. Lame. Well, they didn't have a shadow under them, so these don't get a shadow under them either. Switch these guys to overlay. That's fine. Teamwork is teamwork. The bots have to carry their weight too. Absolutely. That's exactly right. You understand. I'm gonna stick this on top of these guys too. Outside. Give them a little extra color. Okay. Hey, we got another page done. Cruising right along. Almost there. Okay. So, based on that information, all we have left to do is, we got page 1. Any particular reason why I can't navigate in this folder? That'd be great. We got pages 1, 2, 3 I need to write. 4 has instruments, so that's done. 5, we need to color the fruit again. That's fine. 6 is just text. I don't know if I need to add anything other than text, but it's just text for right now. And then 7 is pretty intensive. 7 I gotta write some stuff. I gotta line art some stuff. We have to do the whole illustration on the top, which is going to be super hella fun. That might end up being, it's like maybe a weekend stream. We'll do that one. And then number 8 I haven't done yet. I haven't even built it. I am using Apple products. I am. You gonna make an apple gravy joke, or are you gonna make fun of me for using Apple products? Because that conversation could go either way. Yay! Cass has like 200 and some 69. Yeah. You are a rich man. Look at you. Both. Okay, can I have? Why not both? All right. Well. So, I'm gonna go to bed. Because the stream is done. I'll go bed. I'm real tired. I'm gonna take the longest nap. By the longest nap, I mean I'm gonna try to sleep. So, I will see you guys tomorrow for more Ori and the Blind Forest. We're gonna try to do some more stuffs. And then Thursday we're gonna try to finish Kib's commission, because I'm almost done with that, and I think I can finish it on Thursday. So hopefully we can get that done on Thursday, and then I will have that weight off my chest. Because I feel weird taking so long on a commission, even though I know I'm only working on it like once a week. But yeah. So yes, we raid. Let us raid. Who do we raid is the question, though. Who shall the Axie Stack invade today? Who's around? Oh, Jesus. Oh, the feedback. Oh, God. Okay. Okay, well, nobody on my followed channels is streaming right now, so that's unfortunate. Let's go to the creative tag and look for someone. Anybody got any suggestions? Anybody you are interested in invading? Anybody have any friends that are streaming right now? Anybody about to stream right now? Let's try to find somebody a little lower on the list. I'm a little bit picky about who I watch and who I follow. Oh, hey, look, it's a me. I don't know who to raid. I don't know how people pick who they raid. Oh, who's this? I think. Ah, I think I almost found somebody, but hang on. Well, then we'll go ahead and do some Castlevania. I was digging through the creative tag, but I'm always really picky about it, because like so I've gone into some streams in the creative tag where people don't like acknowledge you at all, and it makes me really— Cat, please not destroy all my things. Go lay on your blanket. Oh, no, don't move that to a folder. Don't. Bird here. Cat. Ridiculous monstrosity. But yeah, I've gone into some where like the person doesn't acknowledge you at all, and it just I don't know. Like, I feel like if you want to be a streamer, you gotta put some effort into talking to your chat. So I'm a little not sure. Like, I almost feel like I want to screen before I just randomly drop you guys into somebody's stream. Let's do your friend for right now. Is that just his username, Drakadin? Taking the Axie Stack. Lego. Alright. See you guys tomorrow for some more in the Blind Forest. Have a good one. No, we'll see you guys in the Discord also.